All right, this is August 17th, and this is Sunday night, and it's about 5 p.m. We're talking to Pamela again with the subject of the iron IV infusions. If you've seen the previous videos, we did 2 videos, a before and after, for her first infusion, and that went real well. It's been a week tomorrow since the first one. So she's got her second scheduled for tomorrow morning early. So again, we're going to do a before and after video for these infusions. So Pamela, tomorrow morning early, we have your second one, and how are you feeling about that right now?
I know what's going to happen pretty much, I think.
Yeah, it's familiar.
I'm ready. I'm ready for another one. Hoping it goes as well as the first. I find myself with mixed emotions yet with this whole thing of the infusion. I didn't have any side effects. I was very blessed and just felt like I normally have, very tired and the other things going on. I was kind of hoping though there'd be that little spark of that I have a little more energy or
an
someone,
instant cure.
Yeah, the voila, it happened. It didn't happen. Mm-hmm. It probably is happening in my system, obviously, that our medicine the way it is, but as of right now, I feel the same except tired-wise and all the other symptoms, but I'm going in for another one tomorrow to put more inside me.
Sure. And
so maybe it's just going to take time, and I'm not the most patient person obviously, but so I'm nervous, but in no way the way I was last week.
Yeah, it's not like last time. And again, these things take time, and remember, you were scheduled for 3 of these. You've only had 1, so it might take all 3 before anything more major or more obvious starts developing as far as improvements and things like that. You did mention the other day something about headaches, though.
I guess, yes, I should mention that because I was having them daily, round the clock. It was, they would get stronger and then they'd let up, and sometimes I just didn't even have to take anything for them, but they were there. And now I've gone, so maybe this is my spark and I'm not looking at it that way. I haven't had. And see, all of a sudden, then when we do feel better, we just take it for granted, don't we?
We do.
And I shouldn't, and
yeah.
maybe that's where I should step back a couple and just think about it, that I haven't had the headaches.
Well, on that idea of stepping back and thinking about it, have you journaled about this?
I started journaling, and I was doing really well with it, and then how Pamela is, I was frustrated, and I didn't want to face maybe what was going on and the fact that I didn't feel a voila, oh poor me, so I didn't journal. And I really think I should have, and I know now I should, because some of the littlest things, like we just mentioned, I just took for granted now, not having headaches.
Sure.
But I was having miserable headaches. So I need to get back on track.
So you're going to get back to the journal?
Yes, I am.
Great,
yes.
Yeah, good idea.
And the same with the videos. If
Yeah.
I can help anybody, or maybe they can help me. And I've had one person that we just texted each other, and she had informative information for me, and it was good. It was. There's other people out there. I'm not alone.
And you know, we do encourage comments on these videos and share experiences or questions. And again, this is not medical advice by any means. This is just one person's experience. And your experience may vary. It's always important to discuss medical stuff with your doctor. Again, this is just a person's experience, and if it's helpful. Since you kind of know what the procedure is now, since you had it once, and it was fairly straightforward, it seemed pretty streamlined and pretty good. Anything else that you might do differently in prepping for tomorrow?
I bet I sleep tonight. and that'll just come naturally. I don't know. I have some questions that I'm hoping the staff might be able to answer for me. I'm not sure.
Such as what kind of questions?
Like, should I, should I be looking for something to feel better, or is from there working with people like myself? I might mention a few things to them, and I know they're not doctors and they can't give advice. But if I could talk with them, and maybe just the one little spark would open my mind up better to this whole thing.
Sure. And again, they handle mainly just the procedures. They don't see a lot of the after effects. Something to keep in mind, that type of thing. And everybody's different. But this will be your second. Your first went real well. It was impressive with no side effects and things like that. So we'll do the second one. And then in another week, there is the third one, and then it's reviewed by your doctor, I believe, at that point.
Then at that point, they would look at where my labs are running at.
Yeah.
How am I on the iron? Is anything else taking effect?
And see how that goes.
Yeah.
And you're still doing other things to help health-wise?
I am. The eating for sure, really maintaining water intake, just not because I'm going to have an IV put in, and things with my body. Am I exercising and doing things like I did before? I am not. I'm not ready to work up on that. But I think my mind is in a better spot of what I can and can't expect. And this may take some time. It isn't going to happen overnight.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be there just like I was last week. So I'm going to terrorize the unit again. And I will be there. And
I'll be there with you. So
that's what I'm saying. Keep me,
We'll kind of, and we'll do another one of these afterwards to see if there's any differences or any changes from the first week's procedure. And then you've got just one more to go after this. So any words of encouragement, advice, or anything for anybody about to undergo this?
Well, I guess what I figured out, and I'm not totally have it all figured out, but I've started doing breathing exercises, which I thought was crazy, but because I can't sit still. And when you think about it, you're constantly breathing, aren't we? But to do it properly, and not so much even properly, it makes me feel good. It brings me down to a level where I'm not just the helter-skelter thing happening, going down the wrong path and not coming back for a while. And if anything, this taking place of me having to sit still for 3 hours with an IV, and it's not Pamela, but to learn how to deal with it. And I think this is something that I'm going to grow more with, and especially with you, Joseph. For us, it's taught me so much of really who I am, but also that I can feel better about some things in myself and just relax. And
so would you say for other people facing this, a lot of it is, being mindful, staying in the present and not anticipating in the future, and just generally trying to take care of themselves all the way around, diet and exercise, and like you said, breathing exercises are very helpful to reduce stress and things like that, and people can get through this and kind of
I think if we all already what I've learned could just have that, it's amazing how you can feel so much better.
Sure.
Yes, we need support from family members, whoever, in our daily lives and that. And they're not always going to be calm. And maybe at first, the breathing, for a couple of my times, it was like, oh no, I was still jumping around until I made myself sit down. It does help.
And in the future here on this channel, we may do a video on some breathing techniques, mainly to reduce anxiety and things like this. I've been teaching meditation and doing breathing techniques for a couple of decades now, so stay tuned for that in the future. And again, if you have comments about this subject, leave them in the video. Any final words here before we wrap it up?
No, I'm actually pretty well set for tomorrow, the best I can be, I feel, and there will be more breathing and just getting myself in the mindfulness. And I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, and that's okay.
All right, sounds good. And for anyone watching out there, thanks for watching. Please give the video a like if you so desire, and subscribe to the channel. We'll be making a lot of other videos on various subjects, some a little bit happier than medical procedures. So thanks very much for watching, and everyone take care.
Thank you.